This week, my project from hell, you guessed it, continues. Except, I think it's about to take a pretty drastic turn. Okay, so...
Are you rolling right now?
Yes.
One camera?
Yes. Don't worry about it. I prepped these chairs last night, so... AKA, I like put stripper on them, so hopefully I did enough. All right, I'm just gonna make some rags here real quick. All right, y'all know the drill. Preconditioner. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe off the remnants of this conditioner, and then I'm gonna get to staining, which I'm very nervous about. I really hope, oh God. There is months of work obviously going into this if you've followed my channel. If you haven't, welcome, and know that this has been my project from hell, and it's just seemingly never ending. I'm really hoping the stain actually works for these maple chairs, which just don't absorb stain, or at least it does blotchy. So I did a test patch. I talked about this in my previous video. I did a test patch. This stain ended up working really well out of the other ones, which just didn't work at all. So fingers crossed that it actually works and I don't have to start over with the stripping process again. So this is the one we landed on. The dark walnut was the only one that worked for the chairs. I just want to put out a disclaimer that I was not able to stain this chair outside. So before anyone runs to my comment section, just know that I took all of the proper precautions when it comes to staining indoors. Open windows, fans blowing to ventilate, I was wearing personal protection, including a respirator, and Tim and the dogs were not present. The chair was in an isolated area and it was left to off-gas outside, so none of us were breathing in fumes. Now back to staining. So I am sitting here editing, and but Tim has something that he would like to share.
What?
What did you say to me?
Look how big the turtles are. Have you seen these guys?
They got big.
They did. They got real big. Look how big they are. Hello. And this is the biggest one. I'm pretty sure she's
show how big they are, though.
Pretty sure she's a female. On the littlest guy. I'm pretty sure he's male. Could be wrong though.
Can you put her in the palm of your hand so you can see how big she is? For reference?
Yeah. Pretty much take that my entire hand. Which when we got them, all 4 of them fit in one hand. And now, pretty much, she takes up my whole hand.
Yeah.
So does he.
Very cool, honey.
Getting big.
You really like your turtles, don't you?
I do. You don't like my turtles, do you?
I love your turtles.
I don't think you do.
I got them for you.
Well, true, but because I asked you to.
No. Why is that absorbing like that? Okay, so I'm about to go outside and stain some chairs, and unfortunately, before I could even open the screen door, I saw mosquitoes flying out of seemingly everywhere. I am allergic, and I've been to the hospital for it twice from being bit by them because I swell up an insane amount. So I took my electric fly swatter and just started like swinging at the air, killed a couple of them, but there's still some more out there. I have heard that allegedly, this is a very hard, like all capitals quotations, allegedly, mosquitoes don't like the smell of lavender and mint. So what I'm about to do is fill my diffuser up. And now I'm gonna fill it with water. Oh, I just spilled that everywhere. Hold please. Now I'm just going to fill it with lavender and mint. And again, I don't know that this will actually work. And honestly, I don't know how much I'm supposed to put in this, so I'm gonna put a ton because I really do not want to get bit. I'm also gonna have a ventilator on for the stain anyways, so I'm not even gonna smell this. I'm just going to plug this in. Put this here. Oh my god. Oh. I've just done something very stupid and I can't believe I just did that. And I'm very, very frustrated with myself. I am very tired right now and I just went ahead and I put stain on part of the chair, and I just now realized as it started to dry and came out streaky that I didn't put pre-stain conditioner on the wood, which means that it's going to be uneven. Can't believe I just did that. I'm gonna put stain remover on it really quickly right now to see if I can get up whatever I can, but I need to get this stain remover on there, like right now. For the love of God, this better work. So, I have left this chair outside for about 2 days to let it fully cure and dry. Now I'm bringing it inside so you can get a better look at how the stain looks on the chair now that it's officially dry. So this is how it looks. All right, so how? There's a nail sticking out of that and I just stabbed my ass. That f***ing hurt. Okay, so I've been going back and forth because I'm trying to decide if I want to put a clear coat over this chair first or if I want to paint the back of the chair first. And I think what I'm landing on is I'm going to paint the back of it first. And the only reason why is because I have to put painter's tape around the perimeter, and I've never worked with top coat before, so I don't know if it doesn't dry enough, like if the painter's tape is going to rip up the clear coat and the stain. I figure it's just a safer bet to put some light painter's tape on top of this stain because it's dry. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and see how it looks with, this is the first time ever that I'm seeing the dark with the light, so I'm excited and nervous, so I'm gonna go do that right now. I think the first thing I need to do though is make sure that this does not in fact rip up the stain on the chair. Something like that, you know. Does it take off stain? No, it does not. Okay, awesome, we are in business.
All right, so I ended up putting the paint on it that I had on the other chairs, and I didn't record that because it was kind of the same thing as putting the primer on. It felt a little redundant. So I'm going to peel back the tape, and I really hope that the contrast works. Okay. So I kind of have some mixed feelings here. So I'm just going to slap this cushion down here. Yeah, I definitely have some mixed feelings. I like it, but I don't know if this is one of those things that like has to grow on me. I have no idea. I wanted to talk about this stain very briefly. A lot of you guys ended up telling me that you liked the contrast of the espresso with this sort of like cream color. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna trust everyone else's judgment. And I think that it was the right call. But there is something that I kind of want to like lay out real quick here. The only way that I was able to justify choosing a dark stain like this that was kind of similar to the one that I began with is for two reasons. Number one, the stain that I began with was actually red. I didn't quite remember it being that way, but then I looked back at old footage, and honestly, on camera, it looks a lot more brown, but I had some photographs I was looking at, and I realized that the stain was very much a red-brown, which I did not like at all, which was the reason why I got rid of it in the first place. And secondly, because the old wood stain was exactly that. It was so old, and it was completely faded and chipped in high usage areas of the chair. So like the corners and the arms and everything was completely faded away to the point where you could see the underlying wood. So it wasn't viable to keep it in the first place. And I couldn't just throw stain over the stain because it was very, very old. So I can only justify this because the stain had to be removed in the first place. Like I didn't really have any other option. So that being said, I still kind of have to decide if I like this white color or if I should go for a different sort of cream color or something more cool toned white. I have no idea. I honestly can't help but to notice the striking resemblance between this chair and an Oreo cookie. So I don't know how to feel about it. So if you guys could please let me know what you think, if I should change something, if I'm just overanalyzing at this point. I feel like I'm very caught to my own head, and just like last week, I would really value to hear some opinions right now, good or bad. If you guys could let me know, that would be amazing. 'Cause yeah, I don't know.
Overall, I don't really know how to feel. But luckily, I happen to be very excited about what comes next. I'm finally going to be picking out fabrics so that I can reupholster these ugly seat cushions. If you're interested in seeing how I got to this point where I'm redoing my dining room for under $100 and how this project came to be, then this playlist has the complete video series explaining just that.